Tennessee's looked incredible. They've also looked incredible before they've played Georgia before. And Joey Aguilar is dynamic. He's looked great. Other quarterbacks have looked good before they faced Georgia. Georgia and Tennessee. Can Tennessee finally get over the hump of Georgia? What is it? 5 plus straight years of just Georgia beating down Tennessee. Anytime Tennessee gets a little bit too close to the sun, I think the best example is 2022 when they beat Alabama and they're riding high with Hendon Hooker. They get a little too close to the sun and Kirby Smart just smacks them back down like a fly. Just smack back down to reality. Can Josh Heupel now elevate to this next level? It's weird having this game this early, week 3, but I'm fascinated by the matchup overall. Although I do think it's a little bit more simple than people are realizing. Because I don't have multiple questions like I did with A&M and Notre Dame. The question I have is just truly, can Georgia run the football? They've made it an apparent identity across the board that they are going to try to run the football. And it makes sense. Kirby Smart went into this offseason knowing that his team was in the 90s, in some metrics, 100s in terms of rushing production. A Kirby Smart-led team. You don't think he's going to try and fix that? He's got a little bit more mobility with a guy like Stetson Bennett, and you could see that they've created some design runs for him if you've not been paying attention to their first 2 matchups. Understandably so. It's, I believe, Marshall and I forget who they played this past weekend. Can Tennessee just stop that enough? Can those 4 yards per carry go to 2? Can you get in the backfield quick? These are the questions I'm asking, especially knowing that if Georgia's able to successfully push them every single time with their offensive line that has looked good, because Georgia's just going to follow it right up with a play-action play, knowing that both Gerard McCoy and Ricky Gibson are out, the 2 starting corners for Tennessee. Very talented corners. McCoy being arguably a top 5 draft prospect, let alone the best corner at his position. Because if you are not able to stop the run and you overload into the box, what's to say that they're not going to be able to get a one-on-one matchup with Zachariah Branch? I don't know if there's many guys that cover Zachariah Branch one-on-one, let alone Noah Thomas to the outside, a 6'6" wide receiver. That's a matchup nightmare. And they haven't really used their wide receivers, which outside of like Branch, of course, I believe week 1, but they haven't really leaned into some of the depth that I do think they have in the wide receiver room. They have a lot of different skill sets that they can blend into this offense. Did I call him Stetson's legs? I'm just realizing it's Gunnar Stockton. I genuinely got that mixed up. I apologize. Gunnar Stockton's legs. Yeah, I think Gunnar, if you could take the game out of his hands, Georgia wins this game. I think if they're able to find success without having to rely on Gunnar to drop back in a 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, they're winning this football game on the road. But if that checkered stadium starts to get into that backfield a little bit more, and if Joey Aguilar has gotten rid of this bug of turning the ball over, they could win this game. I just don't think it'll happen. I don't know if this is the Tennessee team to do it. I almost wonder if they were meeting up later in the season. Could it happen? Because Tennessee's looked incredible. They've also looked incredible before they've played Georgia before. And Joey Aguilar is dynamic. He's looked great. Other quarterbacks have looked good before they faced Georgia. And I get it. They're at home, and this is a great opportunity for Tennessee, but I just don't think this is the team to do it. And I really like Georgia in the scheme that they're going to run and knowing their identity and the fact that Georgia has had success stopping this offense. I'm trusting Georgia to get this win.